after leaving your career as the agent, after so-called betrayal of all those biker gangs, did you feel guilty or something?
Yeah, I get asked that a lot, and I think guys that are really federal agents that do it, I think they sometimes feel guilty about it. There was guys, of course, that I liked, that I cared about, and that I became close to. But I knew at the end, if you're a criminal, the best thing to happen to you is to get busted. Because if you don't, they're going to die of a drug overdose, they're going to get killed, or they're going to do something that gets them life in prison. So most of these guys who got, charges that only put them into prison for 3 or 4 or 5 years, they quit. And then with the Outlaws, they got them on RICO charges, so they were facing 20 years to life, no parole. 80% of them turned. So they can no longer live that lifestyle anymore. For me, being a God-fearing guy, I think that's the best thing also to losing everything, being rock bottom, and then turning to God. That's what I hope for all of them. I did hope the best after, but, I think by arresting people, believe it or not, I think you're saving their lives as well, too.
Yeah, absolutely makes sense. Just to clarify, I'm not a fan of those biker gangs. I'm still on the bright side. I'm not trying to defend those guys and try to make you guilty. I'm the advocate for the audience, so I had to ask this question. But basically, what you said, we saw it in the very first season when this old guy, I forgot his name, sorry, you knew that there would be a bust. And actually, you're visiting this guy and taking all of his wheat. So basically, it was really nicely shown in the series, and I could relate to it like 100%. This brotherhood thing,
do you know Blade Runner? Do you remember that movie?
For sure, man. I'm a fan of Blade Runner,
yeah.
Both of those chapters.
Do you remember the Rutger Hauer where it was like raining and he's on the ledge?
For sure, man.
We did that scene where we had a rain tower, and it was like this crazy emotional scene. And he would, like I said, he became like a father figure. I was coming in there to protect him, and we did it. I thought it was like, in terms of like my acting, it was the greatest acting experience I've ever had with him. And meanwhile, it didn't make the cut. We came back and we shot it. So we spent the whole day shooting this scene, a whole night, I should say. And I thought it was beautiful, but the showrunner wasn't directing that episode, and he didn't like the way that it was directed. So we came back and we shot the scene with like one light, him sitting on the other side of the camera and me on the other, and we shot it in like 30 minutes. I mean, it worked out in terms of what it became on the show, but I would love to see that actual scene that we shot, like with the rain tower, and like that was the only time I wiped out on the bike. I was supposed to like ride away from the garage, and it's only like, I don't know, maybe like 30 meters until you're supposed to stop, and the rain's coming down, so I just like gun it out of there, and then I just like lightly tapped on the front brake, and the bike just went boom down. I was like, oh shit. And that's the lesson for everybody out there. Hit the front brakes when you play.
Yeah, but that scene was really authentic. I'm not a cry person. Usually I don't cry even while watching some movies with my wife, but still I was that close.
Oh, that's good.
Genuine guy.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And he passed too, by the way. He passed, and so did the guy that played the devil and Kid. Kid. Stephen McIntyre. We lost, actually 3 people have died on the show. Not on the show, but after the show.
Yeah, that's sad.
Who else?
His name was Marcus. He played one of it's like a silver-haired dude, good-looking guy. In the first season, he was like a president, an out-of-town president. It was a smaller role.
Okay, I think I remember him. All right.
Okay, thank you. The next question goes to Charles.
If you want Gangland Undercover back, now's the time. Post on any social media, a clip, a photo, a selfie with the Fight for Falco hashtag, or even just a text post. Share this video with friends, like, subscribe, and check the comments for all the links. Together, we can make Season 3 happen. Let's make some noise. Together, we're a force.